Alright, so there you go. As you can see, I finished all the paint job that I was going to do. So it's got a lot more detail now. You can actually see the black, the wires, the headlights, the front end lamp. I built a Mr. Fusion for the top here. So now it's got the Mr. Fusion. And this is the tire scheme layout that I'm going to be using. Luckily, it came pretty easy for me because when I pulled the innards of the car out here and snapped it in half and yanked the drive mechanism out, it was really easy to see what I was working with. So there should be plenty of room to be able to stick the battery and the quad build in there, and then I'm going to have to put some risers in the wheel wells to push the motors either up or down, but I'm drilling the wheels out and I'm sticking the motors in here. I'm going to paint the motors black, and then we are going to, if I can get these under there, run the motors through the wheels, and hopefully I can get propellers that'll fit. If not, I'll have to try a smaller pair of propellers, and hopefully it can lift this thing. It's really not heavy, but once you add a battery and the quad itself, you may need some bigger props, so I may end up having to raise the motors up above the body. We'll see, and I would really not want to have to do that. So if I had to, I would find something that could fly inverted, and then I would tip the motors upside down and go that route, but I'm willing to try this first. We will see what happens. If I can get the motors to work this way, we will. But I think it's looking pretty cool now that Mr. Fusion's on there, and it's got a decent little paint job going on for it now. So I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Starting to look like a DeLorean. I can go with that, right? We're good to go now. Now we just got to make it fly. That's going to be the real bugger. I still got to do some sanding around the wheels to take a lot of that plastic out of there, but this is just rough cut so you guys could see how it's going to look and kind of my design I had going on for this. So that Mr. Fusion, man, that was a rough one to try to build there. It was simple, but I had to flatten it and make it fit to the right size and glue it on there and paint it and look at pictures of Mr. Fusion so I could see how Mr. Fusion looked and get it on there, but it came out alright. There's a little lump of the glue down there, but I really don't want to touch it too much, so we're just going to kind of go with that. But I used a Q-tip, so if that tells you the size of the quad, that's a Q-tip. Or the size of the car, that's a Q-tip next to the car. So it is definitely a micro. It is a miniature. It's going to be a miniature flying DeLorean. I think I'm the only one to ever build one of these, so should be pretty cool. Let's hope it all works out, man. All right, drone worship, I'm out. That's the update and the paint job. Looks pretty good. So tomorrow's going to be figuring out how I'm going to set up the motors and if I need to go inverted or not. If I got to go inverted, then I got to order another quad. So I'm hoping I can use the broken parts I have here to make this fly. If not, we'll order something else. So, all right, guys, see you in a bit. Toodaloo.
All right, this is an oldie, but well, it's an oldie where I come from. All right, guys, listen, this is the blues riff and B. Watch me for the changes and try and keep up, okay?